It's been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? Hello and welcome to the almighty
Manufacture brand comparison time.
Yes, you got it. I have now made a jingle. It's not really a jingle, it's more of just a text-to-speech, but I thought it would jazz up the video a bit, so I used it. Please tell me in the comments if I should never use that again, because I'm severely wearing that way. Well, anyway, hello and welcome to another manufacturer comparison time, where I will be comparing two rather nice brands here with Hotwheels and Tomica Vintage, or sorry, not Tomica Premium. If I can finally get my words out, of this absolutely beautiful Aston Martin DB5. Now, if you're new to this sort of subject, what I'll be doing today will be taking two brands with a similar or the same casting, preferably the same in the same colour, etc. In this case will be the Aston Martin DB5, comparing castings, features and details along the way. First step we'll be looking at will be the packaging, then we'll be looking at the front end, sides and rear, and then special features if needs be. I hope you'll all enjoy this. I do have a few of these lined up in the near future, including a mainline versus premium Hot Wheels coming up soon. You can probably guess which one it is because I have hinted at it in the past. Hint, it's Swedish. These packaging are, or this packaging on either one are extremely different, and I'd completely agree with you in every single way. The only sort of similarity is that they both feature an Aston Martin DB5 in the front, and they are both made out of cardboard. And that's pretty much it. That's where the similarities end. Both scales are completely different. The Japanese Tomica is very, very minimalistic, whereas the Hot Wheels is extremely detailed, with what you can see as cobbled streets of London on here from the Fast and Furious Eurofast set. On the back here, it's got all of it from the series, including this beautiful BMW E36 M3 and the E36 and E46, should I say, M3s, which are both my favourite shapes of BMW. I need to get my hands on one of them eventually. I will. I just need to wait my time, wait for the prices to drop a bit, and then I'll jump in. And on the face of it, yeah, it's a really nice, well-packaged cast in this one. Of course, metal on metal with rear riders. Of course, the Aston Martin, Mattel logos, etc. featured on there. Now, it's very different when we jump over the Tomica, which is, of course, in a rather box-like shape, which is what it is in. It's a Tomica Premium. It's got Japanese writing over the top here, presumably saying Aston Martin. DB5, of course, there. We've got a nice front-end shot of this. This was number 35 out of the Tomica Premium range when this was released. We have more Japanese writing, as you can see on there. We've got a rear-end shot of the cast and a little hint of what's coming soon. Again, more of that sort of same stuff there. You know, this is where it really comes into be very unique. We've got more Japanese on the bottom there. We've got weird safety logos that I think look like Pac-Man, but of course it's not. It's warning little kids of there's small pieces in here, so please be careful. And we believe it's ages 3 and up, but it might be more strict in Japan. And as you can see in the back, we've got Made in Vietnam by the Tommy Group. Get these beasts out of their packaging and have a look at them a bit more up close. Probably already seen it, or I've probably already edited it in, but I'm very thankful to the one and only Twice Diecast for this opportunity to look at these two castings. Both of these came for prior unboxings on this channel, or mail calls from this channel, from that absolutely amazing David man from America. Where else would he be? He's America, and he's David, and he's called Twice Diecast. Skip past all of my blabber there. I do apologise, but I just like to get a bit in. Now, of course, as I've already said, we're going to start on the front end. Now, already we can see a major difference between the two. Personally, I'd say the casting itself awards itself a lot better to the Aston Martin DB5 made by Tomica. The proportions are just overall a lot better than the Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels is very true to Hot Wheels like, where it's very skinny, very slammed, very fat, and quite squashed. Whereas the Tomica is nice and tall. It's got its proportions there. It's very, again, wide, but the proportions are perfect and exactly what you want. The bumper is just as big as it should be. As you can see, it's just a really well done cast. Now, another major difference would be these headlights. As you can see on the Hot Wheels, although they are brilliantly detailed, you can see those nicely done sort of deco, decals, whatever you want to call them. these tampos on these headlights, they are really nice details, as well as these indicators just underneath. Nicely done vent details, and Aston Martin badge, really well done actually there. I've never noticed that green, but it's got nice little bit of a green detail on there. On the contrary, Tomica may or may not lose a point for that badge, as I've just noticed there, as it's just a silver little bit of detail. Credit to them for putting it there though. And again, there is no detailing on that grille at the top there, or that vent, if you can get that focused. We do get a point back though for the lens headlights there, which are very nicely done, and the Hot Wheels may win a point for the nicely detailed indicators, which you may not be able to see. But again, I'm going to say it, the front end is probably a tie. The Tomica wins the casting, the Tomica wins the headlights, but overall the details must go to the Hot Wheels. In terms of side, well, it's pretty close. Both of them have that beautiful side vent on here, as rather common for the DB5. Both of them also have the fuel pillar cap exactly where they should be, on the left hand side, just behind that C pillar. Both of them have nicely casted and nicely detailed door handles, as you can see there, and also there. Both of them have brilliantly sort of suiting wheels. These ones more of a sort of regenerative, racy sort of wheel, you could say, from the Hot Wheels. And if we go for the Tomica, it's much more of a vintage style. I'm not actually sure what you call those. Put in the comments if you know, but it's more of a vintage sort of style in there, and I'm going to have to give it to the Tomica for the wheels, and in terms of detail, again, the Hot Wheels, but it's very much a tie, or very much close to a tie. The Hot Wheels will win this one, just by the skin of its teeth. On the back, as you can see, things change dramatically. In fact, one brand pulls in front of the other quite dramatically. You may see that, well, you may have already spotted it. Of course, the Hot Wheels has a lot more detail on the back end. Of course, these beautiful 6 rear lights on here, including the indicator, God, can't get it focused up. Really pull away for one brand than the other. And this rear end shot, as you can see, you may have already spotted it. There is 2 things that the Tomica really doesn't have that the Hot Wheels does. We'll bring it into shot. And of course, it's that absolutely beautiful Aston Martin badge and the DB5 on there. Everything else is nicely detailed though. Indicators are there. Everything else is what you want on that rear end. It's a lot nicer than the front, I'd say. It's nicely done, everything's spot on, there's nothing I can fault. The bumper's nicely thinned out, which is exactly how it should be. On the contrary, as we see on this Tomica model, we are missing 2 things in particular: that beautiful Aston Martin badge, and of course we do very faintly have that DB5 badge, but you can barely see it. In fact, it's so bare, I didn't even spot it until I zoomed in just now. The details though on the headlights, or sorry, the rear lights, are very nice, very tied up with the Hot Wheels on there. But I'm going to have to give the rear end shot to the Hot Wheels on there. Of course, detail is always better. I'd rather have the detail than none, and if it's done brilliantly, then even better. You cannot fault the Hot Wheels on that rear end. In fact, the Tomica, if we had that Aston Martin badge and maybe a bit of a darker colour on that DB5, we might be a bit tight. You have quite a lot on the bases. As you can see, they are both quite nicely detailed. Of course, we have a metal base on this Hot Wheels version and a plastic on the Tomica. But things change a rather lot when we look at the lack of sort of painted detail on here. Of course, we do have the transmission right there, we have the axle on the front there, and of course the nice big exhaust there on the Hot Wheels. But when we move over to the Tomica, as you can see, there's a lot more detail. We've got those dual exit exhaust pipes, we have a nice little wheel well, we have that rear diff, rear axle, a rear differential, obviously as I've already said. Transmission, we have a lot of sub-member detail at the front of there, of course, made in Vietnam. And I mean, I've got to give it to the Tomica for the detail. If it was in weightness, well, probably be the metal base on that Hot Wheels. I'm sort of stuttering my words right here, but we'll get over it. Both pretty sort of spot on. In terms of detail, well, the Hot Wheels one is surprisingly pulled ahead, but in terms of cast, well, the Tomica has sort of gained its way back onto the Hot Wheels. But things change when we look at special features. In fact, things change so much that I'm going to move the Hot Wheels one off screen slightly, so we can have a look at the Tomica in full. Everyone may or may not know about Tomica. You should, if you've seen the video a few weeks ago about Tomica. is that every, or mostly every single Tomica model, vintage, Tomica Olympic Vintage, Premium, even the baseline always has suspension, and I absolutely love suspension on a Aston. I think it absolutely makes or breaks a Aston in terms of, well, stance. I mean, this has the classic Aston Martin, lower at the back, higher at the front look. These DB5s always suffer from it. It's not really a bad thing, it's not really a good thing either. It's not really anything to be worried about. Now, you may have already noticed when I was talking there, or talking about these sides a while ago, that these doors do of course open, revealing a wonderfully sort of casted interior in there. We'll go and look at the other side as well. Both doors open brilliantly. Both doors look very nice in there. They're held on very well. They shut with a not nice of force. They just look the part. They are nice. And I hope you would all like in the comments to say which one is your favourite. I can't decide. I think the Tomica makes up in casting detail, those special features of course, and the Hotwheels one, in terms of detail, you cannot fault it. Make up your decision in the comments down below. Which is your favourite and why? I always love to read your comments. I always love to respond to them. So get in contact. Have a look down below. See what other people are thinking. See what yourself is thinking. Once again, thank you very much to David at Twice Diecast for these models. We really have come up with a few videos on my channel of him. I cannot thank you enough, David. Really thank you. And I cannot thank you to the Rapid Nismo family for everything you guys have helped me with, from support to video ideas to everything. So thank you very much to you all for that.